Alright, so episode 7, and it's the end of the transfer window. First thing to remind you of is that Luka Jovic is still coming in, remember. He will be joining us in 5 months' time, whenever January transfer window opens. He's just incredible. He's scoring goals for fun at the age of 17 for Red Star Belgrade, and he's made his first his first appearance for Serbia at the age of, well, he might have been 16 then actually. He was I think 16. I think he was he was just 17. But still, he's just gonna be so good for us when he joins. So yeah, second thing after the first thing is the planned stadium expansion, which is pretty cool. Our stadium at the minute, Vicarage Road, is a 20,000 capacity stadium, and it's about to go up to around 24,000, which is pretty cool. So the money that we get from ticket sales will increase, obviously, so that's always good. It's going to cost 4 million, but we're looking good financially, so that's not a problem. That will be done. The expansion will be done by the start of next season, so that's good. If we get into the transfers now, not the Jovic transfer, you know about that. Okay, so coming in, we spent 40 million, and in sales we made 6 million, so we lost about 35 million. Good business, Ben. But no, good signings. The right back that I was talking about in the last video is Rafael, and this guy is incredible. He's been injured quite a bit, but the first 6 games he's had a 7.28 average rating from right back, which is just brilliant. I mean, look at those stats. He's really fast. Good stamina and agility as well. Good work rate, and just he's got everything, to be honest, that a wing back needs. Next signing is Joaquin Arzura. Rafael was 4 million, as was Joaquin Arzura. 4 million for this guy. 3-star ability, 4-star potential. Got him from Tigra in, I'm sure that's not how you say the name, but yeah, some Argentinian team. He is incredible. I can't believe how good he is. Already worth 7 million. If you look at him as a ball-winning midfielder, I think he's so good as an anchor man, which might be something we could use, but he's a ball-winning midfielder at the minute, or a defensive midfielder. We switch them around a bit, but and he's already improving. He's only 22. He is going to be some player. Really good defensive midfielder. Next player is Ezequiel Munoz from Palermo. Yeah, look at those stats. You can just look at them already. Look, all the yellow. I can't speak today. 4.5-star potential and ability. So he's 24-year-old. He cost us 6 million from Palermo, which is a fair bit of money, but he is a really good centre back. You can see from those stats, he's just incredible. He's got a good long throw, which I'm not that keen on using because he's a centre back. I don't want him running up the line to take throw-ins and stuff. So yeah, but he's got some good pace as well, and I've used him on other saves, and he's so good. He's got good first touch, passing, and technique as well, which means you can use him as a ball-winning midfielder. What? As a ball-playing defender. But yeah, incredible centre back. Another incredible centre back, which cost me 7.5 million, is this 22-year-old. Who, if the people watching this, if you ever played FM, you know this guy. You just do, because he turns into just an absolute monster. I doubt we'll be able to keep him. I don't know if he's got a release clause. He does. Release clause to clubs in Champions Leagues, 22.5 million, which would mean we'd make a lot of money, but which is fair enough, but I don't think we'll be able to keep him for many years. But what a player. He's got the same ability as Munoz, which is probably fair. They're really similar. Him and Munoz haven't started that brilliantly, but we've had some tough games, I guess, and they were both injured for a while too. So yeah, brilliant centre back, only 22 as well. signed 4 we call them South Americans there, so there you go, and signed a couple more. Juanfran was a player that Watford have already signed in real life, but the transfer didn't go through until this summer, and I didn't like the look of him, so I sent him on loan to Leicester, as you can see over here. Oh, it hasn't came up. Oh, it has. Juanfran to Leicester on loan, so I'll never use him because I have Raphael now, and Paredes still. Brilliant signing here. Van Ginkel for 4.3 million. He's just brilliant as an advanced playmaker. Even as a roaming playmaker, just look how all-rounded he is. He's just so good. He started brilliantly. 4 games and a 7.95 average rating. He's been incredible, and he's worth 12 million already. Again, I don't know how long we'll be able to keep him. But yeah, got him for Chelsea for cheap. We'll at least be able to make a lot of money off him, but he's some player. I've loved using him. Next signing is we've changed our tactic, and the tactic includes attacking mid down the middle, and we needed someone who was gonna, launch this team into maybe the Champions League places. And this guy, as a trequartista, look at that, he is incredible. I couldn't believe we got him on loan from Atletico Madrid. He could fit right into Atletico's team right now. I can't believe that they allowed us to get him, but still, look at the potential on him. If we could sign him on a permanent deal, maybe not the end of this loan, we probably wouldn't be able to yet, but if we get into the Champions League or something and we're able to keep him for that long, he will be just so good. He started brilliantly as well in 9 games. He's got 4 goals and a 7.46 average rating. He's just incredible. Next signing is Eric Anderson, who's I've sent straight on loan to Bristol City, but he's a Swedish centre midfielder anyway. As an advanced playmaker, you can see here, if he works on his flair, he'll be in the first team maybe next year or in 2 years' time. Hasn't had the best of starts at Bristol City, but he is still 18. Got him for 2 million, or 3 million, sorry, from Malmo, so he's a good player, good young player. Next signing is Facundo Ferreira. I've used him at Shakhtar, and he has helped me win the Champions League with Shakhtar. He scored 50 goals in 1 season. In about 35 games for me at Shakhtar, so I was like, 10 million, we needed another striker, just for squad depth, and I was like, you know what, he is such a good player. He's had 4 starts and scored none, and got a 6.4 average rating, so there you go. He's had a terrible start, but I am confident that he'll get the goals, and he'll start banging them in soon, hopefully. Well, if he doesn't, then I'll make money off him, or not money off him. I'll probably get the 10 million back that I paid for him, or maybe even more. I'm not sure, but I'm still confident he could score some goals for us. So yeah, next signing is Zeki Friars. We weren't able to get Alex Grimaldo back on loan, so I needed a new left back just as backup to Layun, and he was on the loan list. As a complete wing back, he's not brilliant, but he's a homegrown player as well, which helped with the Europa League squad, and he's started really well whenever Layun's been injured. He's got really good average ratings at the start of the season, so we got him on loan from Palace, 23-year-old. Next signing was Jeremy Boga, but I sent him back to Chelsea. I sent him back to Chelsea because I'm using Vidra as the backup centre attacking midfielder now, so we didn't really need him. So yeah, that one doesn't matter. From our the club we have a huge link with, Udinese, we got this guy Ivan Kalava. He's our backup keeper to Pacheco. We just needed a backup pretty much, so he's in there. He's pretty decent. We also got Lewis Graben, the final transfer coming in. Just a pretty decent player as an advanced forward. Some good stats. 14 finishing, dribbling, and first touch, and 15 acceleration and work rate. So just a decent backup player. On the outs, not really much to say. William Kvist, I guess. We let him go on a free. He played just from the bench last season. We don't need him anymore. Ayman Abdi, who was on loan at Bournemouth last year. I didn't really like him. Sold into Villa for 1 million. Sold Joel Ekstrand to Norwich for 1 million. Again, didn't play that much last season, so Sold a really good centre back, Rajoy, to who's still a really good centre back, but he was getting on, and we signed Balanta, obviously, and Munoz. So yes, sold him for 300k. Gabriel Angela and another good centre back, Nosrati. He still hasn't got a club, which is incredible because he's such a good player. He's a brilliant centre back, but kind of regretting letting those two guys go now, I guess, because they're really experienced. But we got two better players, I guess. But yeah, those two are just still pretty incredible players, and still really fit for their age. So yeah, that's a bit weird. But yeah, we let them go. Who else? Yeah, Eric Anderson and Juan Fran obviously went away on loan. So did a couple of young players, and then finally Diego Perotti, who I said, obviously last season I loaned him out because we didn't play wingers and still don't play wingers. He was on loan at Inter last year, scored a goal, got a couple of appearances here and there, but he's moved to the club we have a link with, our affiliated club, Udinese. He moved for 4 million, which was pretty decent considering I don't need him. So that was good. So that's all the signings. The team's brilliant now. If I just put in our starting lineup here that we'll be using this season, I'll show you what it is. Pacheco in goal, Rafael right back, Munoz, Balanta, and Layun. Joaquin Azura, get Van Ginkel, Sergi Samper, who I got back on loan again this season. He's had a decent start to the season. Angel Correa, Facundo Ferreira, and Troy Deeney. Vidra has had a brilliant start of the season, so he may be playing there instead of Facundo Ferreira. I'm just not too sure yet. I'm still have faith in Facundo, but we'll just have to see what happens. To the start of the season now, I'll just give you a quick run through the Europa League third qualifying round. Drew 1-1 against Jablonec, who are a Czech Republic team, a pretty decent team at that. Angel Correa got the goal for us. It was away from home, so obviously an away goal. I was like, first year in Europe, not too bad. We then beat them 3-1 in the home leg to get us through to the playoffs. Deeney scored 2, Vidra got a penalty as well. So then in the Premier League now, we played the first game at home to QPR. Troy Deeney got another brace, and Joaquin Artzura got his first goal in his first Premier League start, so that's good. We then played in the Europa League playoff round, which is the one before the group stages. We played FC Midtjylland from Denmark. They're a decent team too. In the away leg though, we won 2-0. Angel Correa got his first goal for us, or no, he scored in the first match for us. His second goal for us, and then Matej Vidra scored his second goal this season as well. So that was the first leg. In the second leg, we beat them 2-0 again. This time at home. We played a bit of a weakened side. Couple of backup players playing, Lewis Graben included in that. He got a goal, so that paid off. And Zeki Friars as well continued his good form at left back because Layun, he's been injured for a while. So what else happened? Arsenal away. This is just an incredible performance. Like if we look at the stats here, they were on top, like quite clearly. Walcott and Sanchez scored for them, but Vidra, Igalo, and Correa scored for us, and we had injuries this match, like huge big injuries that were massive misses, and we still managed to beat Arsenal away from home 3-2. Was so happy with that. And then the game after that in the league was Villa at home, 2-0, Vidra and Correa. Pretty decent. We were just on top the whole game, which didn't repeat itself in the game after that. Away at Southampton, Conor Plianka, who's a brilliant player on the game. Absolutely love him. Some of the runs he goes on are just incredible. But yeah, he's worth 20 million. He's so good. How much did they sign him for? 20.5 million. Yeah, he's some player. But yeah, they just outplayed us, to be honest. 1-0, kind of flatters us, I guess, in the end. We then played Lyon in the first game of the Europa League group stages, and in that group stage we have been drawn against FC Red Bull Salzburg, Lyon obviously, and FC Groningen. I'm hoping we can get results against Salzburg and Groningen, and then just try and scrap out something against Lyon in the home tie. But in the away tie, we just got outplayed again. They're just too good. They're a decent team. Christophe Jallet, ex-PSG player, I believe. Yeah, ex-PSG player. The right back, he scored for them first. Nabil Fekir then, and then we got one back from Troy Deeney, but Mahamadou Dabo finished it off for them. So disappointing, but they are a better team than us, obviously. And yeah, next game's at home. I mean, away at Stoke. And I will be back for a live comp against FC Red Bull Salzburg in the Europa League group stages. Yeah, well, I've played another 8 or 9 games since then. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. This has been my Watford Save, episode 7. Episode 8 coming up soon. And yeah, peace.